So today we're going to do a video tutorial on how to start up your pond in the springtime. As you can see, we've bypassed the waterfall for the winter. We moved our aeration off of the bottom of the pond and up onto a shelf in front of the skimmers to keep good flow going throughout the winter. So we're going to kind of go over what to do in the springtime to get everything restarted. So the first thing we're going to do is get our Screenmatic filter from Owasa ready for the season. So we start by removing the top. Removing our tray and flipping up our Screenmatic. The next thing you want to do is open up your drain valve. What we're doing is we're coming in here and we're going to pull all of the old pads from last season and replace them with new pads. So to do that, you just push these two clips in here on the side, pull the top off, remove the two pads from the inside, and then right on the box with the new pads, it shows you how the pad should be inserted. So there's a red pad, a purple pad, and a blue pad. Your new pad just slides right down. And then your top clip goes right back on. So the reason we opened up that bottom drain is what we want to do is come in here and spray out all the debris that's left over from last year and get it cleaned out of the system. We have removed all the faucets cartridges from last season, and we're going to replace them with these new cartridges. So they just snap together, and then they go right down in the side here and snap into place. We removed our Bitron 110 Owasa UV from the side of the filter for the winter, and now we're going to reinsert it into the system. On your UV, there are two thread points here with O-rings that insert into the side of the filter. So what you do is slide those right into the filter, and then on the inside you have your piece to mount it to the filter here. Just make sure your O-ring here as well, and that just threads in to attach it to the unit. Make sure your connections on the inside are good and tight so you ensure that you don't have any leaks when you turn the system back on. The thing we're going to do is reinstall our pipework to the outside of the UV system. Make sure your O-ring is in place. Reattach it to the UV. We've got everything reconnected. We're good to put our filter back together. So we want to close the top, make sure your screen is in good working condition. Reinsert our catch tray. And then go ahead and put your top on. Now we're going to install our inline sequence pump that runs the bottom drain for our koi pond system. I'll make sure and put my O-rings inside of my leaf basket so that way I have them ready to go in the springtime. What you want to do is reinstall your lid for the season. You replace the O-ring back onto the lid and then reattach your lid onto your pump. The thing we're going to do is reattach our pipework to our pump. Make sure and get your O-rings back into place so you don't have any leaks when you turn the system on. We've got our pipe reattached. We're going to make sure our unions are good and tight, and then we can open up our ball valve and get the system ready to go back on. Turn on your system, go ahead and make sure to leave that drain opened up so that way the first bit of water you flush out of the system in case there's old water in the pipes, just to get everything cleaned out and ready to go. We're all ready to fire up the system. Sometimes it can take up to 10 to 15 minutes to get the pump to prime. I'm going to come back through and check the entire system and make sure you don't have any leaks. We've got a small leak here, so we're going to go ahead and tighten this up. Now that you've got the whole system fired up, last thing to do is plug in the UV and make sure it's working properly. Once you see that blue light, you know the UV is on and functioning. Now that our Screenmatic filter is all properly running, we're going to go ahead and remove our bypasses that we installed to bypass the waterfall for the winter. So what we're going to do there is we're going to remove this pipe and then reinstall our waterfall pipe. A big pair of channel locks comes in handy, or a nice strap wrench. Right now we're feeding a wheat germ food with medication mixed in. You want to do that till the water temperature reaches above 65 degrees. And don't start feeding until the water temperature is above 55 degrees. Now that we removed the bypasses, the waterfall's up and running for the season. Ready to enjoy the ponds. For more tutorials and videos, please follow Art of the Yard on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook.